Good morning, Virgo. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your full moon reading for the full moon that's happening tomorrow and for the next 2 weeks that follow, up until the new moon, which I believe is in Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. So, with the dynamic of Scorpio and the full moon being, the new moon being in Scorpio, well, you have Mercury and you have Venus there, so there's going to be a deep, profound, like intelligence, but also a beauty that you guys will be seeing. And this energy is basically is being encompassed. It's one of those energies that's going to be given to everyone, but because this is specifically planets that are in sextile to your sign, it's a very very free flowing energy that goes from one to the next. So without further ado, I would like to go through my usual spiel. My name is David Barrozo, and I am with Tarot and Astrology for All. I am a tarot reader. I am a fairy card reader. I am a animal spirit reader, but I am also an intuitive. So if you guys feel that these messages resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down at the bottom. And any information you need will be in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see what the universe has for you for this full moon in Aries and also for the next 2 weeks after. Ooh. Oh, okay, so that was way too many. I'm going to go ahead and redo this again. Let's see what universe has in store for you. Oh, okay, so you guys have the elk. Now, the elk is one of those animals that's strong, it's persistent, it's very resilient. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen to an elk before it gives up. And in a sense, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I ended up bending the elk a little bit. Not right now, of course, but in previous readings and previous shuffles. And here the elk is consistent, it's persistent, it's there. It's got this fire within it that doesn't let it stop. Now, with the black moon, or the black sun right there, this is kind of like indicative of a type of eclipse. So maybe this energy that you are feeling now has been a result of the eclipses that have happened in the past. The eclipses, or the energy from the eclipses, since it's a sun moon combination, right, are very powerful, and usually they go on for 6 months, sometimes more. It all depends, especially if you're born on an eclipse. I think that energy of your whole life will encompass that eclipse. But let's see what else you guys are encompassing in terms of your energy. Starfish, a very very creative, very very alluring, but very superficial type of beauty. Now, I do feel that with the elk and the starfish combination, one being the earth element and the other one being the fire element, the water element, I feel like there's a sense of like stability and groundedness in your emotions. And I feel like this, in a sense, is not just creating a superficial type of beauty, but it's creating a very, very deep and profound sense of beauty. Now, one of the things that I do want to point out is that you guys are being shown the greater web of life. You guys are being shown your support, and it's not really surprising to say the least because at the bottom of the deck right here, after I shuffled it and got ready for your guys' spread, there was the Three of Cups. So I feel like there's going to be a celebration of sorts, and the celebration could be connected in some way, shape, or form to not just the web and the people who you depend on for your support, but also it comes from this groundedness that you guys have entered in, um, or that you guys can enter into. I feel like some of you guys are fighting this. You guys are fighting these changes that are happening, but this is actually for your highest good because from this sense, ecstasy is the highest bliss, the highest joy that you can possibly feel. Now, I want to go into the book real quick just to see what kind of energy the elk um, would encompass. And then just real quick what the starfish will do too. But with the starfish, I do feel like there's a necessity for more positive friends. This will help to balance out that energy. Let me see, starfish. Yeah, positive friends. It's a very, very uplifting and artistic and expressive type of energy. So I do feel that this stability that you guys have the ability to enter into, if, for those of you who have not entered it yet, it has the ability to bring you those positive friends that you're looking for. Now, of course, before positive friends can come into existence, you have to get rid of any old friends that carry negative energies that spend their entire energy trying to hold you back, trying to keep you where you're at because they're afraid that once you move on, they don't have a leader. And of course, with Virgos like to see everything that goes on. They see the fine details, and but with the Virgo Earth energy, it's very persistent. It keeps going until the end, and I feel that this is what's happening with you. But the more you do that, the more unhappy you're going to become, and the less likely you are to find your ecstasis or your ecstasy. Okay, with the elk, it's pretentious and it's high and mighty when it's out of balance. So this could be the energy that's keeping you stuck in that same position. For those of you who haven't moved on into a new cycle just yet, but with this energy, it's a necessary need to eat and drink more consciously, because what's put into your body transforms in. I mean, what's put into your body is food, right, or whatever it is that you eat, but it's assimilated into the body, and the body in itself is a very, very high tech, complex structure that has the ability to turn whatever it eats into itself, or has the ability to build and uh, heal itself just based on that alone. So anytime you feel high and mighty, this is the ego just kind of like uh, putting itself out there. And it's going to be necessary for you guys to get rid of that ego, because there's a deeper, profound sense of beauty within you that wants to get out, and it wants to create, this happiness with friends, and it wants to connect with its support team. So I do feel, in a sense, that maybe some of you guys have been getting visited by your ancestors, maybe been visited by your guides, maybe been visited by the source itself. But whatever dynamic is going on in your guys' lives, look at this new moon is helping you to build, just like it is for Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. And with the Master Maker, this is the energy of Aries. It's the energy of creation. You in a sense you are creating a stable foundation, because these two, they talk about stability, they talk about balance. So as I said, this has the ability to bring you into balance, Virgo. For those of you who have not been making the changes that are necessary, the Master Maker in and of itself is a master builder. He takes action. He has that wand, so he can create whatever he wants. And I do feel like you, Virgos specifically, are trying to create stability, but also a deep and profound sense of beauty, which is not actually too far fetched, seeing that Mercury and Venus are in Scorpio. And Scorpio is a very, very deep sign, almost like Pisces in a way. The depth of Scorpio is only enough to cause transformations, and to have the biggest of transformations, you have to draw very, very deep within yourself. I heard a video from what was it, Sadhguru? And sorry if I butchered the name, but he says that falling into a bottomless pit is the safest place to be. A pit with a bottom is a very, very dangerous thing. But a bottomless pit that has no bottom, right? It's a safe place. Once you fall in, you let nature take its course. So I feel that with the elk, it's necessary for you to not just enter into a state of balance and to enter into a deep space of beauty, but also to create that beauty for yourself. And with this full moon in Aries, what better time, right? These are the times of profound changes, profound transformations. Look at the Singer of Connection has come out for you. And the Singer of Connection is all about connecting to Source, connecting to nature, connecting to your spirits, your guides. And with the Singer of Connection, I do feel like you are going to be making a connection soon enough. Some of you guys may be beginning something new, like going to church. I do feel like some of you guys are looking for the more profound sense of beauty within nature, within life. And I do believe that you guys are going to see it by reaching a connection with the universe. You guys got the flea line, right? And the flea line, I'm going to have to look at it real quick. I'm sorry, but with the flea line, I do feel, in a sense, like maybe you might be running away from this change. You guys may be, in a sense, like tiptoeing around, not really, um, not really wanting a cycle to end. But this is the last card of the journey of the fairies, and with this card, it signifies a completion of a giant cycle. But if I go to the book and I go to this card, then we talk about getting it right, delayed completions, and tying up loose ends. So yeah, definitely the completion of something, tying up loose ends. For instance, getting rid of old friends, and to start encompassing new friends who will actually celebrate with you guys. You know, and this is definitely out of a need for balance for you specifically, Virgo. But when it comes to the flea to the flea lion, it talks about duties that are unfulfilled. I do feel that maybe some of you guys, to some extent, have not been focusing on the changes that need to take place. That's why I say some of you Virgos have not gone through this change yet. Others have, and others are in the space of the Master Maker and the Singer of Connection, while others seem to be stuck in this flea lion energy where things are not completing themselves, where new changes cannot take place because you're not letting the old cycle end. You're carrying the old bag of bullshit into a new cycle, and that's only going to mess up this new cycle. And Source knows that. So that's why it's asking for you to make this conscious decision to create the reality that you want, not to let others create that reality for you. Now, we go to 35, which is the fawn. And I've never got this one before, so understanding the nature of nature, natural wisdom, natural magic. So it's not surprising. Um, it's not surprising to note that the natural magic of the universe is now working in your favor. It has been working in your favor for quite a minute now. Uh, Specifically with the planets that were going through your sign about a month, maybe a month and a half ago. These changes were necessary in order for you guys to move into a new cycle. Of course, delayed completions are entirely based on you. You have the choice whether you want to move into this new cycle or not. I feel that some of you Virgos have not moved into the cycle, while some of you Virgos have moved into a cycle or into the new cycle. You guys have completed various different things that have been like lagging, tying up loose ends, taking care of things that need to be taken care of, and the Singer of Courage. Yeah, and this is giving you a deep and profound sense of courage. Um, I do feel that this profound sense of courage, in a sense, has allowed you to be able to dance like the dance with the spirits, basically. But as a spirit dancer, she's reaching out. She still has a hand to the back, but she's reaching out. She's got her eyes closed. She's got a vision in her mind. And with the spirit dancer, and the numbers coming out to 9, 3 and 6, I do feel like, to whatever degree, this is a wrap up of a major chapter in your life. You guys are going to be moving into a new space where you guys are going to be creating and where you guys are going to be celebrating. But before that can happen, there first needs to be a sense of balance. Let's see what the Rider-Waite has to say to clarify these cards, and so that we can reach the end of your reading, Virgo. As you guys may notice, my videos are now 20 minutes long. They are not as long-winded as they were before. I've learned a secret something, and maybe other earth signs can benefit from this, but if you want to create and manifest the life that you want, there's first 3 things you have to do. First is cut your speech by 50%, which means that you have to really think about what you're going to say, because that's the only way that you will cut down your words and still say the message that you need to say without so much words in between. And it'll also get rid of those which usually fill up a very, very big portion of our speech anyways. And they also make us sound retarded. No offense, guys. Not saying that you guys are retarded if you guys say it's just I'm saying that when you have purpose behind your words, you won't have any reason to say or and your communication becomes that much better, which consequently, according to Dan Locke and Dan Pena, who are billionaires and trillionaires respectively, that's the way that you create that wealth. This is a way. The reason why you're being asked, or the reason why you're being put into a position to create, is because you've been working hard. You've been working hard, Virgo. The one song that comes to mind is Mama, I've been working, trying to get this money. No one's going home, yeah, no one's going hungry. The ship just keeps on sinking. You gotta just keep on swimming. And it's by Russ, just for those of you guys who are curious. But this shows me that you guys have been working to manifest stability in your guys' lives. And this is going to bring a deep and profound sense of beauty and a deep and profound sense of intelligence. And I do feel that, oh, wow, these two just jumped out. And there's definitely a necessary need for grounding. But there's a necessary need for connection to the universe, connection to the earth. Maybe it's necessary for you to go out into nature. And a necessary need to express the innate talents that you have. Now is the time to move forward, guys. With the Knight of Swords, he doesn't move forward with various different things until he's thought about it. The Knight of Swords is the suit of swords, and the suit of swords has to deal with the air, the element of air, thoughts, and things like that. I do feel that with the Flea Lion, the reason why certain things have been delayed, and the reason why certain cycles have not been completed is because you're worried about it. Certain things are keeping you up at night. What if this? What if that? What if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? And I do feel like these fears are keeping you tied to this situation. Once you release those fears, like I was telling Pisces, you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, and you're able to move forward with a purpose, and you're able to move forward with passion, and you're able to move forward with a deep sense of knowing. Yeah, I do feel that to whatever extent, though, that you guys are going to be getting rid of these ideas, these things that have kept you up at night. You guys are going to be actually seeing your way out of it. And I have to go back to the fawn real quick because I want to see. I want to expose myself to the card. Okay, natural magic, right? There's natural magic happening right now, and it's helping you to see your way out of your situations, but it's also giving you an understanding of how the universe works. And this is actually really good because this is where your courage is coming from, guys. Your courage is coming from the ability to see what you've done, where you are now, and where you'll be in the future. Just I feel like you guys have to go out to nature. You guys have to go out to a forest, to a mountain. It doesn't matter where you guys go. Just go out into nature. Go away from the cities. Go away from all the noise. And I do feel that you guys are going to feel this deep, profound sense of connection to the universe. But you'll also feel the courage that comes with knowing certain things about the universe, certain things about your future. And the Singer of Courage is here to bring you a very deep and profound sense of stability. You know, you guys started off with the Elk and you guys ended with the King of Pentacles. And that's perfect. I do feel that you guys have been traveling around like this for a long time. The hangman in the upright is showing that this person has taken a different view to life, a different approach, trying to figure out different things. And this person has come to a state of knowing. But I do feel that you guys have been operating like this mostly. So there is no sense of knowing in following the crowd. There is no sense of knowing in being a human doer. You have to be a human being. You have to just be. There's no necessary need to do this. There's no necessary need to do that. All you need to do is what you feel is your passion, and if you build it, they will come. I guess Source had that message for you, Virgo. But I do see that you guys will be getting over these things that have plagued you for a little while, and these changes are going to be happening very quickly. It's not a surprise that this card came in the reverse. Usually, whenever this card comes in the reverse, the Hangman uh, portrays fast changes going on. And I do believe that this full moon is going to be one hell of a wake up for you guys. And it's also going to allow you to get rid of your fears and move forward. So, with that, I would like to end your reading. Thank you for showing your interest. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and subscribes. Also, thank you for your donations. They are appreciated, though not expected. So, with that being said, I would like to bid you guys a good morning once more. And I hope that you guys can gain a very deep and profound sense of wisdom out of this so that you guys can move forward with grace, with passion, and with this new Aries energy that's going to just help you manifest various different things in your life. So, with that, I would like to bid you guys farewell. I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, signing out.